The Gone But Not Forgotten database has been updated and is a little bit different than in the past. Basically the same, but we're going to go through some of the things that we've changed. So obviously you click on the Gone But Not Forgotten and you get the interface here. I fixed some problems with the previous, next, and other record buttons. Everything is pretty good to go now. So if you come in and you're going to add a new person, you simply click on Add New Record. And I'm going to do an experiment here. Entered by RLS. Date is an autofield, you don't touch it. Date deceased. Class year. Only takes a number now. You do not have to preface it with a year. YR. Name. Newsletter date. And we're going to talk about this in a few minutes. The next one currently would be fall 2021. The source of this record is, I'm going to say, an email, and it was me that notified. And here's a note. Now, various ways you can do this. You could go to previous record, next record, first record, or you could just save this record. It's now saved. All right, I'm going to go back one record, and I'm going to come forward one record. So we know that everything's working. There's the record. You can delete records, but just be very careful to make sure you're on the record you want to delete. Otherwise, you'll delete a good record. So here it is. We're on this experimental one, Joe Jones Jones. We're going to delete this record. This is an immediate thing. There is no recovery. Okay, so that record is gone. We're back to where we were. Now, as far as the newsletter issue goes, you can see here, now we only see fall of 2021. We did have spring of 2021. The way that I changed that is we are now, this newsletter issue is hooked to a table. So we'd go into our, what do they call it, the shutter bar. We would open the shutter bar and we'd come down to newsletter issue dates, open it, and here we have it in a sort order so that it sorts properly from fall to spring, fall to spring. Here we had a row spring 2021. I simply clicked on it and then right clicked and took delete record. So consequently, once the fall issue is sent out through MailChimp and everybody's received their copy, you can come in and delete fall 2021. I'm going to close this, and then the top one will be spring of 2022. Now it's not a big deal, except for somebody could mistakenly click on fall 2021 after fall. The fall issue was made. If you didn't want to mess with changing the tables, you could just make sure that you selected the right one in the future. But it'd be much cleaner to keep the table, keep the old issues cleaned off the table. I'm going to close this. One more thing. To avoid duplicates, this was a lot of coding time here and it works really well. You click on this icon and it comes up with a list of all of the people that are in the existing table. So let's say we had a person named John, and we want to check and make sure that whether John's in the database or not. Probably picked a bad one there because there's so many hits, but you can see here that there's Truesdale. Let's try Truesdale. You see, it'll give it either by first or last name. Current last I don't think is working, but it may. But anyways, it's best to use a name that would be their last name, or not so common as, say, John. But this search will save you from creating a lot of duplicates. Okay, that's basically it. Hopefully this database now is exactly where we want it. And if you have any questions, give me a tug, email or phone. Thank you.